All right, we are back with another episode of the Ron's Way podcast, and today, go ahead and blow it again. What you got? What you got? Today we got Island
break
Boy.
it up.
How are you doing?
This is the most I'm gonna give these 50 bitches today. I'm good. Listen to me. I wasn't even expecting to bring these hoes in 2025. But you know what? There's a God that sits high and look low.
Uh-huh.
And I swear to you, this is the last time they're going to get my attention. Period.
So before we get started on them, how are you doing, like, mentally?
Mentally, to be honest with you, by the grace of God, I think that there's grace. And I think without grace, I wouldn't be here today. I think staying humble, staying true to what I believe in my craft, not depending on others, not seeking validation. I've always feel as if basically coming on a show or network or television show, trying to build a platform for yourself. And that's me, building a name for myself and not depending on others or the opportunities that arise in the moment to build you. I think a lot of celebrities, not even celebrities, I would call them, what would you call them?
What would you call them? Influencers?
Influencers.
Yeah.
Depend on the platform to build you. I believe once you have a platform, that platform is, to elevate who you are, but it's up to you to bring out your true potential. So I feel as if, going through the ups and downs, the roller coasters, I'm still being talked about today. So clearly I've been doing something. I guess you don't have haters unless you're being talked about. So, now I'm great. By the grace of God, I said before, I've been humble, staying true to who I am, and I'm wonderful. This is a new season. I'm prepared for anything that comes my way.
So the first question, before we even get into anything, the first question, let's go ahead and put it on the table. So what happened with you, Tasiki, and Ara? Because you seen what Ara said when I asked him about the situation where when he came to Houston and X, Y, and Z happened, right? You seen the interview I did with Ara when I asked about the situation where
I saw the clip.
Right. So he told me his version. He said that Tasiki act like she know what's going on. She was acting clueless. She was saving you. So
That's a lie.
So tell me what exactly happened that day where
you gotta understand stage presence. When somebody look like shit, when somebody ain't shit, when somebody living shit and they clean up shit, why would you want to have a piece of shit behind you? That's just period. Point blank period. At the end of the day, Ara was looking for, I guess, the moment, because that was the same time, I guess, Natalie Nunn presented itself for the Bad Boys again. Knowing that the beef was so fucking boring to even start something, knowing that you were my friend, you asked for my clothes, you begged for my clothes to wear. You came up to my spot when I lived in Washington, D.C. I gave you money. You understand certain things you didn't have. I drop you home. You're walking the side of the road. That's the least person. If you're walking, I wouldn't even look at you. So, like I said before, today is the most attention any thrifty bitch is going to get from me. That's just it. So, the beef or the validation, I just feel as if basically the beef is simply, Tasiki didn't want you to her booking when I was there because he was having problems with me, her stylist, and other people who was in the room.
Right.
Nonetheless, at the end of the day, I was waiting. I told him I was coming up there.
Right.
As soon as I got there, I was nowhere to be found. Tasiki said, she sent him home. But you knew I was coming, so why didn't you stay? Why didn't you hide behind the hotel? Why didn't you do something to make something stick? But all this yapping at the mouth doesn't move me. You feel me? Closed mouths don't get fed, yeah. But at the end of the day, for me, get in the field. Line it up. Let's see what's going on. Let's do your big shabrika. Boom.
So he said that Tasiki invited Ara to the hotel to fight you originally.
She didn't.
That was the plan.
She didn't. We were all on FaceTime. Tasiki called me on FaceTime, and she said she don't know what's going on between me and Ara. But nonetheless, she wants me to come to her booking. Ara is starting up trouble in the hotel room, starting up all type of mess. Now, at the same time, when she FaceTimed me, Ara was still in the room. I told him I was on my way. He knew I was on my way. When I got there, he was nowhere to be found. We then rode into the Sprinter together. I parked my car. We then rode into the Sprinter together. Me, Tasiki, Davion, Tasiki's boyfriend, the stylist, all us rode together to the booking.
Right.
I always know where to be found. If Tasiki wanted you among her crowd, she would have brought you among her crowd. If she wanted to start something, she would have started something. Like Tasiki don't like a person of the name of the caliber, you know, with a person low-minded, bored and jaded like you, there's no need for you to mess up the bag. And in the moment, it was time to bring the bag home, and he was trying to mess up the bag for her. So she rather, like, friction or no friction? No friction. This is her money. This is her business place. This is the work establishment. So to bring that drama to her work establishment, I don't think she wanted that.
Because he made it seem like she was acting funny and that she was on your side.
But she gonna always be on my side. You see, that's a thrifty, tight, lazy bitch. Come on. Let's keep it 100. That bitch beg on the side of the street. Listen to me. Him, and the crazy part is there's no shade to certain people, you know, who hustle. Right. In certain degree. Right. But at the end of the day, do something with your money. Let me see something. Let me know that you're elevating. But when you're still stagnant and in the same position, there's no need for you nor me to sit in the same area. Not even for you to even come in my table. Because at the end of the day, basically, whilst I'm growing, you're still staying there, bored and jaded, talking about me. What's the reason? We're going to see each other eventually. Right. But when we do see each other, there's no talking. I always feel as if with me, if I have a problem with you, let's hash this out now, then dialogue later. That's how I honestly feel. Because at the end of the day, there's no time. Time and energy is precious. And one thing that never stops in life is time.
That's true. That is true. That's true. That is true. That's very true.
So,
but I felt bad for Ara in a way.
I don't.
Because him and Tasiki were very close.
For what? That bitch clean up shit for a living. He don't know when a fucking old person is gonna fucking have a runny cunny, or old person is gonna fucking bamboozle himself. But it's your duty to wipe up this shit off the floor. Come on now, that's a pissy. That's a shitty kitty. That's a shitty kitty. Point blank. Period. What else do I need to say about that thrifty bitch?
What is the issue?
You know the funny thing, there's no issue. Listen to me, look at me and look at him.
Like, what is the root of the issue?
The root of the issue is basically you can't sit in the room when I'm there. You can't get in the places when I'm there. And that's the sad part. For a person of your status of coming off a platform like Zeus, knowing that you had the platform to carry your name, but you didn't do it. If your name hold weight, why you can't sit in the room with me? If your name hold weight, why you can't sit in the same room when Tasiki is there? If your name hold weight, why you have to ask me when Zeus is coming, can you come along with me? You don't get invited nowhere. Do they really love you? Do they really care for you? Do they really like you? That's the question you need to ask yourself first.
Okay, I understand. I do understand. Now, how do you feel about, and finally, let's put it on the table as well, the case with you and, Savage, a.k.a. Terrell. How was that case?
You said what?
The case with you and the case with you and Savage, a.k.a. Terrell. How is that case doing?
First and foremost, let's switch the name from Savage to Snitch. And the original name is Terrell Walker. Let's put that out there. And when you speak about a case like that was an aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. And it was so crazy. Like I said before, there's Psalms, there's in the Bible, there's Psalms 91. He who kneel before me in the presence of my enemies, no weapon formed against you shall prosper. And with him, I leave that hoe to the wayside. You see me, I'm still standing, right? The aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, the case has been dismissed. Motion to dismiss. Nothing can stick. If you had seen that thrifty bitch, and one thing I do not like is a snitch. So let's change that name from Savage to a snitch. A snitching bitch. You should see him. When I swear to God, y'all should have seen him. When I look at the whole evidence in the page, oh, officer, and I had to do this, and I had to do that, and this, and I want full time, and I want to give him 20 years. Do you want someone that on the show when you started the whole altercation? When he tried to build a storyline for Bad Boy season 3.
I remember
and
the
it
day.
Didn't stick.
Who followed who to the gas station?
Him. He followed me to the gas station. He knew I left the club. He knew I left the club. He followed me to the gas station trying to, like I said before, have somebody film it so Natalie could see and the video could have gone viral, which it did. Which it surfaced.
It really did.
Which is fine. But at the same time, you didn't do shit to me at all. The one thing about a camera shows certain things at a certain angle. You see? So certain videos, what you see with him trying to swing, you swing at air. If I literally show you the video, I have the full video. If I literally show you the video, he got his eyes tore up. He had 2 black eyes. Because I saw the pictures too. So if he really want to go there, I'm waiting for him. Because my lawyer, who I paid $20,000 to get this case dismissed, I seen all the evidence and nothing sticked. When you have the coins to do something, you get shit done.
But you stabbed him.
It was never a stab.
Or he stabbed,
It was never a stab. That's the case. That's the case. Inadmissible. It was never a stab. I never stabbed him.
So where did the word stab even come from?
Him. Lies. Just to make something stick. I never stabbed him. I never stabbed him. That was the funny part. I never stabbed him.
Am I wrong? They said that, right?
It was in the blogs.
They
you were
said
right.
that, right?
It was in the blogs. I never stabbed him, no. Never stabbed him. Now, when I swear to God.
Because that's a strong allegation to make.
I swear to God, I've never stabbed that boy. Never stabbed him.
So where'd the blood come from?
Huh? The knuckles.
I can't take this.
You antagonized me. You sent all the threats. You decided you wanted to follow the Bobby crew, which I left in 2022. All of them are shit in the pit, except Crush. I like Crush. Yeah, Crush. That's it. Shit in the pit. There are flies in the wall. The thing is, if I don't come to auditions, if I don't do nothing, what is you guys' storyline? What is going to be your storyline to try and get on the show? You're not witty. You're not entertaining. You don't have no swag. These are the attributes that I feel should be a bad boy. When I step in the room and you're intimidated, are you really a bad boy? That's the question you need to ask people. The thing is, I feel as if basically a lot of things for Bad Boy Season 3 triggers people. And I see a lot of people trying to come at me knowing I didn't even know you from a can of paint, knowing I had them all fucking Eve. But nonetheless, I was never on the Bad Boy show. I made a marker on the Bobby show to make my statement to present myself as a bad boy, but nonetheless, I was never on the Bad Boy show.
So why does everybody have beef with you then?
That's the crazy part. That's something you need to ask them. I think, when you're entertaining and when you carry a show on your back, and nonetheless, it was me, Bobby, Ray, and the person who never even came on the show, Davion, that, had the highlights. But nonetheless, if anybody I would say to bring back or to have something out, is Bobby. Because I have yet to see Bobby. I don't even know how, the energy, I don't know how it's going to feel, but nonetheless, I feel as if a sit down, is needed. But the rest of them flies on the wall. Cash, Savage.
And we're gonna get into all of them.
Fuck them thrifty bitches.
And this is a serious question, because I feel like one day y'all need to really have a sit down as well, you and Hot Wheels. So you stayed with Hot Wheels, yes or no?
I never in my life, listen to me. Let me tell you something. I never in my life lived with anybody except the people I've dated. People stay with me, you can say that.
Okay.
But I've never lived, since I've did college at the University of Texas, I had my own. When you have 2 degrees, that's why my diction is so well. I had things going on before the Zeus network. I'm an Olympian. People don't know that. I went to world championships. I'm a runner. I represent my country very well, the Bahamas. But nonetheless, I've never stayed with anybody else. Before the show and after the show, I've always had my own. That's why I stay so silent. I like the media or the people portray what they want to believe or think what they want to believe.
Right.
That's social media, but that's not me.
Because I seen when you guys were in the blogs.
Right.
Obviously, I was on one of those lives. And are you and his sister, or it's you and Davion and his family, like y'all in cahoots, or like y'all don't like Hot Wheels because of?
This was a year later, and a year later it was simply because I had just came out of jail because of what they had done to me. Press charges me for aggravated assault.
Right.
And this is what's crazy to me. Everything static, all the static came from television. And they carry television over to real life, personal life. If you can't control the way you carry on television and you bring everything into the real world, are you really fit for television? You need to ask people that. Are you really fit for television? Because I've watched the baddies. I've watched, so many different, reality TV.
But Jameson, it is reality.
It's reality TV.
For some people, they take it more serious than others do.
But okay, you want to be on Zeus. I see Summer, I see Lex, I see them fight, but at the same time, that night they're in the club, but they have to perform. People take it out of content.
You don't gotta like them.
Right. You have to be able to control your composure in the moment.
Right.
It's stem from television and go out to the real world, knowing that these cases, these charges, is your life you're playing with. So if you can't have composure at all, then you're not fit for television for me. You can't even sustain the way you acting in the moment. You're not fit for television. Because it shows that, okay, at the end of the day, the show gonna be over 2 years later, and you still have this beef with something what stemmed from television, and it was just a show.
Yeah, but then some people kind of
take it too seriously. So are you ready fit for television? That's the question you resort back to.
I get it. I get Hot Wheels, because Hot Wheels did state, and you can tell me if I'm lying, Davion, because you're sitting over there. You had owed him money at some point.
I don't. What the fuck?
But did he not say that? Bitch,
I don't have 50, bitch. That bitch. Listen, now, let me stop you. I don't owe him $1.
Or you owed him money.
I never owed him shit. He owed me money. The way this boy fucking exploit me, my pictures, my name, change fucking passwords, go on to social media to do certain things to ridicule my name. Bitch, I will never forgive you. See, God have you here for a reason. To fucking suffer. Everything you done to somebody, you're here to suffer. You're here to seek and destroy, but God is came here to wipe you fucking out. You're never gonna get up. Make me know it, fucking Gypsy Rose. Make me know it, ho. That bitch begging for a relationship. There's no need to show no messages. I tell you, I left a 50 bitch back in 2022. But in 2025, you're still on my social media. You're still trying to beg for friendship.
One thing I will say about him, this is one thing I know for a fact. He doesn't do anything to you unless he feels like you did something to him.
The thing is, there was never nothing done to him. It was me putting my foot down to tell you get the fuck out of my apartment for the shit you were doing to Soul and his family. That was it. You see, it goes deeper. It goes deeper.
I never knew that. I never knew that.
It goes deeper. Soul's girlfriend was pregnant. He started to pick an argument while they were staying in my home when I was in Washington, D.C. He decided to get Soul locked up. You see, y'all know when Soul got locked up in Houston, Texas? He pressed charges on Soul. See these thrifty bitches already? Yes, he pressed charges on Soul. I had to make
nobody knows that though.
You're right. I had to write an affidavit to let people know and let the DAs know that it's not true. It's my apartment, so forth. To get Soul off of that situation. He then got restricted from my apartment. From there, he started to have all these outrage, these speculations, and all these anger towards me. But at the same time, I was not there. I was never your issue. But I'm gonna control my fucking property. So if you're causing a havoc or causing a problem in the place where I live, you got to go. That's when it went up.
And then that's when he started to dislike you.
Everything went from there. It was never. Listen to me. When I say something, clout is a hell of a drug. And that's why I try to stay silent. Clout don't pay my bills. The algorithm on social media don't pay my bills. I can have 1,000,001 people following me. I have 1,000,001 people watching my page, but does I have $1,000,001 in my account? No. I don't give a fuck about that. My mind is something different. And when you have to shift your mind in a different place. Yes, the Barbie show prepared me to what I was about to do. The amount of money I was paid and the recognition I got from Zeus Network, thank you, Lemmy and Natalie and Bobby, who was the show. Nonetheless, I invested in myself. I invested in the people around me, knowing that I was never, planning on using social media or using Zeus Network to sustain the way I live, or asking for a check each month. So I invested the money I got from them, started a business. And one thing I've learned with other, franchise and other friends of mine, when you build an LLC or you build a business and you are a social media influencer or you have a status, certain businesses you do not, broadcast to the media because you have a lot of people dislike you, have a lot of people who might want to destroy what you built. So I stayed private. And I'm an entity that a lot of people love to do, but they don't know it's me.
I do.
So I'm having income on the back end, still broadcasting Fashion Over, broadcasting, the modeling, still broadcasting, on the social media of TikTok. And a lot of people realize I never knew I had a strong liking to TikTok until I went on there last year. So, it was different means and different ways to build your money after the show. And people just rely on the network or Zeus to build or lead your pathway to the future. That's not me.
I mean, if we're really going to talk about it, let's talk about it. Because some people rely on... Ooh.
Talk about it, friend.
You're going to really get me in trouble.
Talk about it, friend.
Some of y'all do rely on, and I'm not saying you, some of y'all do rely on costs of networks.
Which is fine, which is fair.
It's not fine. Because
that's their life. So you can't get mad if that's their life. You can't get mad if that's their aspirations or their dreams. But why are you not maximizing? Why are you not starting a YouTube channel? Why are you not making skits or whatever? Why are you not making a clothing brand, cosmetics? Why are you just sitting around on your ass waiting for not STV to call you, waiting for Zeus to call you? Well, you gotta ask Cash on that.
No, and this is I'm not talking about certain people in particular. I'm just speaking in general.
I'm talking about certain people.
You know what I mean?
That's true.
But it's true. You get on TikTok and you make your coin. Do you not?
I do. Mind you not. And a lot of the beauty of TikTok is the fact that it's a very broad platform. You have people that dislike you, you have people that do like you, you have people that gel and understand your content. So you have different followers from all around the world. But the exposure it gives you builds your revenue. And a lot of people don't realize that. It's a gift on TikTok. If you get one gift on TikTok, is like $600-700. One gift. And that's somebody, they work a 9 to 5, work 40 hours a week for that one gift. And that should motivate a lot of people today to know that you don't need to work a 9 to 5 to stay alive. That's what they say, right? You have so much other platforms and so much different avenues to build money, build revenue for you yourself. So when you're relying on one thing, you're going to always be stagnant. You're never going to go anywhere. So I always tell anybody, broaden your horizons. The world is your destiny. It's up to you to get it. It's up to you to go for it.
Believe that. Now, I did see you on live with Amari, a.k.a. Rerun.
Yeah.
So what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you and Rerun? Like, what is the issue with you and Rerun?
You know, the funny part is, I don't have an issue with Rerun. I just can't stand the way he moves. He feels as if basically, 1 minute you're my friend, 1 minute I should be against you, and it's just because you want to do something or you need a favor or you want to be somewhere. Like the Bad Boy season 3. Hey, we gonna start this drama. Hey, we gonna do this. Bitch, I ain't doing the fuck for you, bitch. I ain't your storyline, bitch, and I'm not your host. You understand? Bitch, you was a ghost. You might as well call that whole Adam family, bitch. Them ghosts is in the house. If it wasn't for me, the mortician, the bitch, bring out to the fucking world, and at the end of the day, bitch, nobody would know you. You would have still been a cocker spaniel standing there looking stupid. At the end of the day, it is what it is. I'm just saying.
You are TV gold.
I'm just letting you know the truth, and that's what people don't know. Like, I'm looking at it in media don't talk. We don't text. We don't FaceTime. We don't do none of that. I haven't been really speaking to you from last year, when you was in Guadeloupe and your ex-girlfriend put you out and you had to come back in. You was asking me for a place to stay.
Wait, when did she put him out? When did she put Rerun out?
Last year in Guadeloupe when he was overseas.
Give me like a month. Like what month was this?
Like July, June. Man, what you know? I'm coming to Houston. I'm doing this. I'm doing that.
And when did he get a girlfriend?
His baby mama. His son is in Guadeloupe.
The one that
Brazil.
The one with the Jeffree Star situation.
Yeah.
Davey, all like, get into it.
I can tell it all.
I didn't know that.
But now you know, Frank.
He got put out, and then
now you know.
And he asked you for a place to stay.
The dick ain't selling, I guess. After you was living with Hot Wheels in the fucking Roach Motel, it was him, Hot Wheels, Savage, all of them was in one small, one-bedroom apartment. Mind you now, the only reason they lived there because they saw the high rise and the potential of them fucking mising off of somebody who was in a wheelchair disability. See, this is where it goes deep. That's why I don't... Listen to me. Friend, the Jews never mix with the fucking Gentiles, and there's a big difference between biscuit and crackers. Know the difference, friend. That's it. See, that's why I don't segregate. I don't put myself in these positions.
But people don't even know half of the stuff you even...
Thank you. But it ain't up to me to talk to the world, you know. I say myself that when it's Row Day, just know library open. I'm going to read you from the opening prayer to the benediction. I'm just letting you know, friend.
So the prayer to the benediction.
Yes. You different, you know.
Because
nasty too.
I ain't never this speechless. Like he's like you came here to talk your shit.
I mean, it is what it is.
But I really do appreciate you being honest though, and you telling your truth and how you feel. You know, like it's not
choice.
I mean, yes. I mean, I may ask messy questions, yes, but also I want the talent to tell their truth, and this is your truth, right? So, Bad Boys 3 is coming up soon.
It is. I'm excited. I'm prepared. I'm ready. You know, this is a different avenue. And a lot of people say, oh, you carry Barbie show, but that was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Within the 2 years, I've had a lot of obstacles I had to overcome. You know, I've had a lot of stagnant in my life, but I'm still here to be present by the grace of God, being locked up in jail. You know? So I just feel as if I was prepared, you know, for whatever next. You know, within the 2 years, I've taken, you know, boxing classes. I've prepared myself for, you know, what I want to do. And that's television, entertainment. So, and the platform I may have presented myself back on was Zeus, which may be Bad Boy Season 3. But I'm prepared for that. That's why I don't say nothing. Silence speak the loudest. So
I believe that.
I'm ready.
You ready for that?
I'm ready.
You ready to get in the paint at the
Any given
auditions?
time. Let's talk now. Listen to me. Get off the phone, get in the field, line up the troops, and let's start a war. Shabrika, boom.
You ready to get in the paint with anybody?
Anybody.
At any moment.
At the end of the day, basically, who can kill me? The only person I'm scared of is God. God. The only person I'm scared of is God. That's the only man can take my life. And a gun, I mean, I guess, I mean, you know. But nonetheless, I mean, you're human, I'm human.
Do you have any other issues with anybody from Zeus? Like any major issues?
There's no major issues. I'm moving forward within my life to flourish, not to, you know, think back, reflect, and have so much hate and animosity towards certain people.
Right.
That's not me. You know,
right.
I'm better. I'm looking for a better future, and I'm ready to, you know, explore what God has for me. Nothing is before His time. So a lot of people ask, why you haven't been back on TV? Why? Zeus hasn't presented another male show, and the show they presented, I really didn't want to be a part of. Other networks had to reach out to me, but I feel as if I'm comfortable.
And that was my next question to you.
Yes.
Because what other networks have reached out to you?
Other networks.
Not SCV?
Yes, and I guess, you know the one you wanted me to do. That little, right? What's another one? Some other new brand up-and-coming networks. But for me,
we paid you the most, and that was only for a few hours.
Right. Y'all sure did. Right. But for me, I just feel as if basically God isn't ready for me to work again. God isn't ready for me to. I'm comfortable. I'm good. I'm making my money. I'm living my life. I have a wonderful relationship. I really can't complain.
But I feel like you really are a talent. And this is not, people always...
You'll see me, I'll be back.
People always want to say I'm being shady or I'm playing favorites. It's not. It's the fact that you do have a great personality.
Thank you.
I think you need to be on TV. Regardless if that's even, no, that's TV. Playboys. Even though the auditions was today.
First and foremost, right? You got to understand this. Okay, let me jump on this topic for you.
Why?
A lot of people say, the coins isn't there. Now, you didn't ask what Zeus paid for males. Zeus paid what you're worth for the male, to be honest with you. Zeus paid me a 30 bag for the reunion just to sit down for 2 hours. But the world didn't know that. That was between me and Zeus. You see what I'm trying to say? $12,000 to $14,000 for a couple hours. That was cute.
But we know Zeus dropped the bag, though.
They dropped the bag. But a lot of people, want to expect, Zeus to drop the bag on males because y'all don't see most males. And then I've heard, they asked for so much money. That's where Ara came. They asked for so much money for the reunion and this and that. Zeus pay you what you're worth. And I honestly believe the reason those guys didn't have the Bad Boys Season 2 reunion was because Season 2 was boring. They was better off.
Who did you not like on Season 2 in particular?
Yeah, I barely watched it. I know I didn't fucking like. That's for a fact. I barely watched it, to be honest with you. Like, half of the cast was literally boring. So when a lot of people look to come back, pick the best of the best. Bring entertainment, bring witty, bring comedy, bring TV. We all niggas. We know we're gonna get into scruffle. Keep the weak hoes home. Keep the ones who clock in. What they say? Cop and plea. Keep them home. Get in the paint. You know exactly what you sign up for. Get in the paint, man. You see what I'm trying to say? So,
you don't even really have to fight. In my opinion, you don't have to fight to be on the show.
You don't.
At least be funny as hell if you're not gonna fight.
You don't. Like I said before, you have to have some sort of personality. What do you bring to the show other than fighting somebody or you have a beef with someone?
Because I feel like it's not all about fighting.
It's not. You have like 14, 15, almost 20 seasons, 20 episodes.
I can go get billed from down the street and get into a fight. If that's the case, and call it entertainment.
And let me be honest with you. This is why I don't pay none of them no attention. The thrifty bitches cash. That hoe I don't pay attention because when we was on the show, you got 30 seconds in the ring with Rerun. Within the 10 seconds, you taking off your cap, you ain't ready to fight no more. So are you really television? They only could have recorded what you wanted to do that 20 seconds. You're not a bad boy. Let's talk with Dirty Savage. That shit in the pit. You was on TV, you running out to the street at the reunion because you want to leave because you was scared of ding-a-ling. Come on, let's be real. Are you really a bad boy? You can't even hang within an episode or hour. But you want to start beef with all these other people. Only one beef. You're a fly in the wall. You're not entertaining. You have no personality. You don't have no swag, no character. Zeus know what they want. I promise you, Zeus know what they want. So all this extra rah-rah, slap it up, all that, fuck them.
Because I'm pretty sure we talked about the page, that Bad Boys page.
Correct.
And you see all the guys that come up there.
Correct.
And they all pop it. Some of them, I'm like, 2 of them so far I actually like. I'm not going to say their name. I may say their name, maybe.
Messy.
But, no, that I like.
Right.
I think should be on the show that have potential. You feel me?
Right.
But most people, it's like, no.
I mean...
When you do reality TV, you're supposed to provide entertainment. If you go back and look at shows like Flavor of Love, Ray J's show, all these different shows, they did not fight. And if they did fight, they had maybe one fight. And it was like 5 seconds. Okay, whoop-de-doo. But the rest of them just had great personalities. And it wasn't about fighting.
Either swag. But at the end of the day, Zeus has presented its platform to a different level now. And a lot of people, I think their mindset is still stuck on the past that Zeus is still Zeus. No, Zeus is up now. You feel me? So they're going to get the people who's going to bring entertainment, who's going to bring the numbers, who's going to bring them money, who's going to, push more
of the brand
above and beyond and the brand. Like me, I'm international. I'm Caribbean, so I'm going to bring Caribbean and international. That's a platform I'm ready to stand on, knowing that you're having more people view from different countries, different cities all over the world now. because you have so many different people. Now is in tune with Zeus.
Right.
So they can have the 1 and 2 of the summer. The person who's always going to get into the situations. You know, that's good. That's TV. You feel me? But at the same time, are you really television? And that's what you have to ask yourself. Everybody can fight. Dude's going to fight. You're going to get into that. But what else? Out of all 15 episodes, you might fight that one episode. Replacement, substitute.
Right.
Because you're just there to fight one person.
But can you crack a joke?
Can you crack it? Thank you. Can you put that shit on?
Right.
Can you be witty? Can you stand with the creme de la cremes?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
I do.
So Zeus know what they're doing. They're going to pick the best of the best.
And I think you have it. I think you
I'm
have.
ready.
I think you. Yeah. What they say?
I'm gonna bring it.
You number one. Y'all can argue over top 4.
I'm gonna bring it, friend. I'm telling you, I'm gonna bring it. I have nothing to say. I'm gonna bring it.
Sweatshirts and a shirt.
Sweatshirt.
Or sweatpants and a shirt.
I mean, my thing is, the thing is, as a bad boy, you got to be able to put that shit on and still be able to do what you need to do.
No, I mean when you go to the auditions.
Oh, I'm putting that shit on. I still doing what I need to do. You will see.
Be careful. Don't be walking in there with no $500 shirt.
Fred, come on now. Let's be real now. Vaseline me, please. Vaseline me all day. That's all I'm trying to say. I ain't give a fuck. I ain't scared of no hoe. You could be Jesus and the 12 disciples, bitch.
But just keep in mind that when you go to these auditions, it's about to get really.
You know the funny part is I always feel
raw.
And which is good, you know. But you know the funny thing is season 1 was better than season 2.
Absolutely.
And season 1 didn't have no auditions, live auditions. So they wasted all their money in season 2 having all their live auditions, and season 2 still was a flop. So Zeus is very strategic. You don't know what Zeus is going to come with. I'm telling you now. So either one, that's why I'm saying I'm preparing for either one. Either you're going to send your audition tapes in, because at the same time, it's still a liability. These are niggas you're fighting now. You don't know who's going to be waiting on who. When he say, fight that nigga out there, or fight this one or this line person up, you might meet the person outside with a bunch of boys ready to shoot you. You don't know what's going to happen because of what, auditions can bring. And everybody is so hungry. So Zeus, like I said before, Zeus is a smart company. They know. And they're going to pick the best of the best on that show.
Jameson, why did you curse out Dia?
Who? Man, you know what? She make me mad, friend. She let me down. She let me down. Bitch, I didn't want to watch Cinderella. She was twirling like she was in a at a disco ball.
She's supposed to represent your
country. But let me tell you about Dia, though. Dia is a natural-born Caribbean artist. And I have to love her for what she stand on. She knew she wasn't a fighter, and she knew what she stand for. And up to this day, if you watch Dia page, Dia is still striving for what she wants, and that's music. So I can't get mad at that. But I'm here to back you up now. I have to fucking claim the mess you do.
Because when you told her you need to take some lessons from Tasiki, I was screaming.
She let me down, but it's okay. I love Dia down though. I love Dia. She represented best, and a lot of people, from the Caribbean that comes on the platform, I don't think would have presented the way she presented. They would have been froze. They would have been scared. They would have gone back to their natural roots, which is rock and bottle, or conch shell in their head, on their ass, and carry a cunny, and they would have got sent home. So I think Dia hold her composure very well on the show, knowing that she didn't know what to expect. But I just feel as if you watch Zeus, baby, you should know what to expect. So that's why I felt as if she let me down.
But again, she's not a fighter.
Yeah,
she was only there just for the exposure. Which is still okay, too.
She's not a fighter. She's not a fighter.
She was only there for just the exposure.
You're right. I love Dia.
You got Bad Boys coming up. Is there anything else that you plan on doing? Why did you not go to the Not TV auditions? They were today.
Bro, people make me itch, and I'm allergic, friend. What the fuck I look like? Let's keep it 100. Let's keep it 100. Let's keep it 100. I get paid $14,000 to sit down for 3 hours for one reunion for the Barbie show. Now, I don't care how you look at that. That's a whole new fucking car. Them thrifty bitches get paid almost $2,000 tops. I put it on God. Big difference between biscuit and crackers, bitch.
Allegedly.
Ha! I know what they got paid. It's never allegedly. I know what they got paid. Oh, okay, friend.
You should. You should have went. You should have went.
To do what?
You know, did your big one.
That's not the network I want to be on, though. I'm sorry. It's a lovely network. I love Now.TV. I mean, it's ratchet boots.
Yeah,
you feel me? It gives me Camp Road, you know, the real ghetto in the Bahamas. But that's
they
not
came
me.
a long way, though.
Yeah, they
I
sure
get it.
did.
You know, I'm gonna give people
They sure did. I watched a little clip or two.
Yeah,
I watched clips or two. I'm not gonna lie.
But y'all won't get a season out of me.
You won't get a season out of me.
But you'll get a clip. You'll get a clip out of me.
Yeah, you gotta subscribe out of me, but you won't get a season out of me. I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm better than that. And I think the money I'm making, the money I have now, I'm not gonna jeopardize my face, my character, or my image for pesos. You understand? If you got Canadian money and Jamaican money, I don't want it. Give me European and yens. Period. The American money isn't the value anymore. Tiki.
How you take him every day? How you take him every day? Right.
So, friend, it is what it is, man.
So, what's next for you?
Right now, helping my baby with his business, and that's really in motion. You know, presenting myself on another platform. Hopefully, it's Bad Boys. Then you know, expanding my business. Now, I'm trying to add 2 or 3 more cars, of what with what I'm I'm having right now. But at the same time, it's so much like I said before, it's so much things that I have in mind. I just moved into a new home. That is ours. Because a lot of people like say, oh, your name, I name. Now that I can show you. So, building myself back up to premium status, A1. I'm good. I have new music on the way, and that's the crazy part.
So you in the studio?
I was in the studio as well.
Studio.
Listen to the preview.
Island boy, me say you have to hate 'cause them depressed. Some bitches like dog and never bite. Some bitches stress and still look a mess. What we talking? Let me tell them. With a bumper clot, with a pussy clot. Haters really wanna fight tonight. I'm a bad motherfucker with my cock tight. When I smoke my weed, I get high.
I love it.
It's a beat.
It's catchy.
It's a catchy beat.
It's catchy.
So it's so much things I have, in store. So with me now, it's focusing on me and focusing on my life and focusing on who has been with me. Building my career. One thing I can tell Bobby, thank you for letting me know that these people didn't need to be with me because there was gonna be a hindrance in my life, and she was right. That bitch was right. That's one thing I can tell that who for. That was right. But the residential lease into a home. You see the names?
I do. I can never pronounce your first name.
Jameson.
No,
Strawn.
Or your
last name. Strawn.
Strawn.
That's it there.
Geithel?
And then the people know my full fucking government.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep it down.
I mean, they could look. Your mugshot already had dropped. You forgot about it.
Mind you, I was actually giving a mugshot. Yo, no shade.
They put no lie. When they put the mugshot, they put your whole name. I'm like, y'all ain't have to put the man. Y'all ain't have to put the man whole name out there.
I don't give a fuck. That's why I come with at the reunion, at the auditions. A mugshot of my shirt.
Ooh.
That's why I come in. Thank you for that little reminder.
That's good.
And some fucking jeans and some Vaseline.
If y'all don't want me to go back here, I suggest y'all.
Yeah, let's go. I ain't going back there though, friend.
Unless they play with you.
What's so funny? A lot of people, people don't know now what my mom-in-law, she was telling me, get a license to carry. And that's what I sure did as soon as I got out after this charges got dropped.
You did?
I had to. I'm not in no whole play with me no more.
No, not for TV stuff.
Not just TV. They're not gonna sit with me anymore anyway, regardless. So they better do their big one at this fucking auditions that they see me.
And I tell people like my friend, like I tell Rolly and all them people, I'm like, I'm never gonna be out to eat, and just because I do interviews and I say your name, you gonna like throw something at me.
Exactly.
Like, I'm not doing. I have actual real problems in my actual life that people will be surprised by. Like I don't have time to. I said your name in the interview, okay, and next. Like,
it is what it is.
You know?
It is what it is. That a lot of people, I guess, a lot of people are like they don't have nothing else to do with their life. Nothing else. Like I'll say this. Nothing. Like I say, one thing in life that never stops, and that's time.
Right.
So
Agreed.
the time and energy you use worrying about me, you could be using that doing something totally different. You think about it.
I believe that. Yeah.
But hopefully, I'm looking at the blog. I love how they're building up the Bad Boys page, the fan page.
I am too.
But right now is not the time for you guys to go back and forth, which is the hype, which is good. But nonetheless, do you know when the auditions is? Do you know if they're going to even have it? We've heard this alarm so many different times.
And again, don't go to these auditions, and I'm hearing all types of things. I'm going to auditions, and I'm going to, knock everybody out that I can. Don't
find you get on stage. I honestly believe that. Because you won't be seen.
You're going to be tired.
And you won't be seen. No, for real, you won't be seen. So you're doing all that, then you can't even get inside the arena or the stadium or wherever they're at. So, it is what it is, friend.
Now, do you have anything else coming up that you didn't tell me about?
No, not that you need to know.
Why not?
The world don't need to know everything I'm doing.
Why? You got to be transparent.
I am transparent. I have been transparent to you for the last hour. Hopefully, they catch an eye full or air fucking air. Listen to me. I'm happy to be the earlobe to your toilet seat, but I bid you good day, and I insist that you smile, because you know and I know this interview been over for a while. Now, Dorian, I love you dearly.
Wait.
But y'all ain't doing nothing.
I love Jameson.
Y'all ain't doing.
Like I feel like Jameson is very witty. He's very his I love like when he compares apple to oranges.
You're so stupid.
But no, you're really entertaining. I don't think I think there's so much to talk about with you. I feel like you holding back a little bit.
I am holding back because listen, this is one out of many I'm going to be doing with you. So if you give them everything right in the moment, there's nothing left to
explore. Yeah.
So we'll meet again. Definitely meet again. Bad Boys after Bad Boys season 3. I'm claiming it. I'll be here.
Will you?
I will be here. Nothing changed, friend.
All right. Is there anything else you want to say before I let you go?
Let me ask you this question.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Why me out of all of the Barbie boys? And who was your favorite?
I can't answer that because then I'm gonna get. No.
So
I can't. Hold on.
Are you really rolling back?
I can't answer. I can't answer the second question, but the first question I can answer. I feel like you have star power, and I'm not. And I would tell him this off camera. I feel like certain people that are on TV, are just there. I'm sorry. Just because you can end up on a reality TV show does not mean that you're a star, right?
Facts.
Not everybody is meant to be a reality star.
Yeah.
Not everybody is meant to be famous, right? It's okay to work a 9 to 5 and have a side hustle, whatever you do, right? I feel like with you, Jameson, I really do feel like that you have something over a lot of people. And regardless if you like him or dislike him, right? Is Hot Wheels entertaining? Yeah, he's entertaining.
He's entertaining.
He's entertaining as fuck.
I never said he wasn't. You never asked that question.
Right.
He's very entertaining.
He's very entertaining.
I give credit where credit's due. He's very entertaining,
Right.
but he is very messy too.
And that works for TV. But
It does.
it works for TV.
No, you know. Okay, let's go back to this. Hot Wheels. Let me get back to Hot Wheels. I can never forgive him for the shit he have done. Mm-hmm. That's just it. But to be in this, now him. Bitch, he ain't no Gypsy Rose. He ain't gonna fucking fake it with me. So, yeah, I know you stuck like that. So I can be in the same room with you. Because I know only so far you can go. You will never walk a mile in my shoes. So at the end of the day, right? You're entertaining, but you still gotta go your way. Roll on. Roll on that way. Right, back to the geriatric ego.
Because all right, y'all. Thank you so much for watching Duran's Way podcast.
Love you, Daddy Duran.
With myself and Jameson, a.k.a. Island Boy. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And I will see y'all next time.
Thank you for having me, Brad.